£15 billion. That's how much universal credit goes unclaimed in the UK every single year. And the wildest part, a huge chunk of that belongs to people earning £25, £30, even £35,000 a year who assume they don't qualify. You probably think universal credit is for people who are unemployed. It's not, and that single assumption is costing millions of working households up to £7,000 a year. Here's what's happening right now. You're going to work, paying your rent, maybe raising a kid, and every month there's a gap between what you earn and what you actually need. You're budgeting. You're being responsible. And the government literally has money sitting there with your name on it. Money designed specifically for your situation. And you're not collecting it because nobody told you to run a 2-minute calculation. I'm going to walk you through exactly how the Universal Credit Entitlement Calculator works, show you the real numbers most people miss, and by the end of this you'll know, to the pound, whether you're owed money right now. But first, you need to understand why the system is designed in a way that almost guarantees you'll underestimate what you're entitled to. Universal credit replaced 6 separate benefits in 2013: housing benefit, income support, job seekers allowance, employment and support allowance, child tax credit, working tax credit. 6 different applications, 6 different rules, 6 different means tests. The government merged them all into one system. Sounds simpler, right? It's not, because the calculation behind UC is genuinely unlike anything else in the UK benefits system. It doesn't just ask, are you poor enough? It runs a sliding scale based on your exact income, your exact rent, your exact childcare costs, and whether you have a disability, a child, or a housing situation that qualifies for extra elements. Here's a real example. Sarah, single mum, 1 child aged 4, works part-time earning £18,000 a year, rents a 2-bed flat in Leeds for £650 a month. She assumed she earned too much. She ran the calculator. Her entitlement, £814 per month. That's £9,768 a year she was leaving unclaimed for over 2 years. And Sarah isn't unusual. Policy in Practice, an independent think tank that works directly with local councils, estimates that 8 million eligible households aren't claiming universal credit right now. Here's the part that almost nobody understands about how the calculation actually works, and it's the reason the online calculators give people wildly different numbers. Universal credit starts by calculating your maximum entitlement. This is not what you'll get. This is the theoretical ceiling. For 2025/26, the standard allowance is £311.68 per month if you're single and under 25, or £393.45 if you're single and 25 or over. Couples under 25 get £489.23. Couples where either partner is 25 or over get £617.56, but that's just the base. On top of that, the system adds elements. Got a child. The first child adds £333.33 per month, or £287.92 if they were born after 6 April 2017. Each additional child adds £287.92. Got housing costs. Your eligible rent gets added. Have a disability or health condition with a work capability assessment. That adds either £156.11 or £416.19 depending on the group you're placed in. So someone's maximum entitlement can easily hit £200, £500, even £800 a month before any income is deducted. Now here's where most people get confused, and where the calculator catches what your gut instinct misses. Universal credit has a work allowance and a taper rate. If you have children or a health condition, you get a work allowance. That's £404 per month if UC is paying your housing costs, or £673 per month if it's not. You keep every penny of earnings up to that allowance with 0 UC reduction. After that, the taper rate kicks in at 55p. For For every £1 you earn above your work allowance, your UC drops by 55p, not by a pound, by 55p. That means you keep 45p of every additional pound earned. This is the single most misunderstood number in the entire UK benefits system. People hear means tested and assume that if they earn anything, they get nothing. The taper means you can earn well into the £30,000 and still qualify, depending on your rent, your children, and your circumstances. And that's precisely why running the actual calculator matters more than asking friends or guessing. Two people on identical salaries can have completely different entitlements, which brings us to the part that trips up even people who do bother to check. There are three calculators worth your time. The official Gov. UK One's Search Universal Credit Estimator gives a quick rough figure. It takes about 10 minutes and asks for your income, savings, rent, and household details. But here's what most people miss. The Gov. UK tool is deliberately conservative. It doesn't factor in some of the more complex elements like the severe disability premium transitional protection, mixed-age couples rules, or childcare cost reimbursement. For a more thorough calculation, use Entitled to Co. UK or the Turn to Us Benefits Calculator. Both are free, both are independent, and both are recommended by Citizens Advice. Entitled to in particular lets you model different scenarios. What happens if you increase your hours? What happens if your rent goes up? What happens if your partner moves in? And here's the original insight most content about this topic completely misses. The calculator only works if you input your NET income correctly. Universal credit is assessed on your actual take-home pay reported through HMRC real-time information system. That's what your employer sends to HMRC every time you're paid. It's not based on your salary. It's not based on your gross pay. It's your earnings after tax, national insurance, and crucially, after any pension contributions. If you're contributing to a workplace pension and under auto-enrollment, you almost certainly are, those contributions reduce your net income for UC purposes. Increasing your pension contributions by even a small amount reduces your assessed income, which reduces the taper deduction, which increases your UC payment. Say you earn £28,000 gross. You bump your pension contributions from 5% to 8%. Your monthly net drops by roughly £70, but because of the 55p taper, your UC increases by about £38.50. So you've put £70 into your pension, money that's still yours, and only actually lost £31.50 in take-home pay. Your pension grows, your UC goes up, your taxable income goes down. It's triple efficient. No calculator tells you this. You have to know to model it yourself using the scenario tools on Entitled to. One more critical input. If you have over £16,000 in savings, including ISAs, bank accounts, and most investments, you're ineligible for universal credit. Full stop. Between £6,000 and £16,000, you lose £35 of UC for every £250 of savings above £6,000. Below £6,000 savings don't affect your claim at all. This catches people who have been diligently saving into a lifetime ISA or stocks and shares ISA. The money counts. The only savings that don't count are your pension pot and your main home's equity. So before you run the calculator, know your exact savings figure. As of early 2025, 8 million people are on universal credit in the UK. Average monthly payment across all claimants is around £790. Among working claimants, specifically people with jobs, the average is still £540 per month. That's £480 a year going to people who are employed, earning a salary, and still qualifying. The government's own data shows that roughly 30% of current UC claimants are in work. This isn't a fringe case. This is how the system was designed to operate. The problem isn't eligibility, it's awareness. People who should claim don't because they never ran the numbers. And here's what makes it urgent. Universal credit is claimed from the date you apply, not backdated to when you became eligible. Every month you delay is money gone. Permanently. Here's your one action for today. Go to entitlement.co. UK, run the full benefits calculation. It takes 15 minutes. Put in your real net pay from your latest payslip, your actual rent, your real savings number. Then run it again with higher pension contributions and see what changes. If the number comes back above zero, even £50 a month, that's £600 a year you're currently giving away. And if you want to understand exactly how to set up your universal credit claim without the most common mistakes that delay payments by weeks, that video breaks down the entire process step by step. Script generated by YouTube Empire Pipeline.